We are following breaking news from Gates today. The delicate process of removing a tractor-trailer rig from an expressway ramp in Gates has begun. Some progress being made, but that truck was on a precarious perch, and this job could take a while. That's how it was. Some progress has been made. The truck's driver rescued from the cab after the rig overturned on a 490 ramp today. The cab was dangling off the side some 20 feet above the road below. We're told the driver's okay, but traffic remains slow. 5 hours later, a lot of expressways closed and the side streets were clogged as crews continue to remove that rig. This happened just before 1 o'clock on the 490 East ramp to 390 North. In other words, if you were traveling the expressways from Gates to Greece, this is the route you would have taken. We have team coverage, beginning with 13 Wham's Jane Flash, who is live at the scene now. Jane?
Well, Doug, if you can believe it, some of the last few minutes standing right here, even scarier than the first pictures of the accident itself. You can take a look at the manpower that is used to remove this rig. They physically had to lift it up into the air between 5 and 10 feet, get it over the guardrail, stabilizing it both up from that level and the level where I'm standing. It was a tricky follow-up to what has already been an amazing rescue.
You ever seen anything like this?
Not in my 40 years.
A tractor-trailer rig on its side, the cab with the driver inside defying gravity. Firefighters made a three-pronged plan.
Number one, we had to get an aerial device in so we could access the patient who was in the tractor section. At the same time, we called for some heavy wrecker equipment. From the top, we secured the tractor section to the heavy wrecker.
That allowed a rescuer to descend down to the cab on ropes, treat the driver, and get him out.
We rigged numerous devices and backup devices to secure our folks with while they worked in the event that that cab should become insecured and loose.
The driver remained conscious and suffered only minor injuries. Unclear now is what caused this crash.
We'll certainly interview the driver. They're going to talk to him about what occurred and things like that. I don't have an answer to that right now.
Fire was also a concern. Gas tanks ruptured, spilling 50 gallons of diesel fuel. Fortunately, the trailer itself was empty, no cargo to shift and make things worse. Still, this rescue could easily have gone the other way.
Inches easily. If that tractor section and or the trailer section had been forward more, we would have had a catastrophic event where that whole unit probably would have come right off the bridge.
Now, after this vehicle is removed, the DOT will have to come and inspect the structural integrity of this on-ramp. They will also, you might be able to see behind me that portions of the guardrail were destroyed during this accident. They will also have to take a look at that and see if it needs to be remediated or repaired in order to make it safe for morning rush hour traffic. At this point, we do not know when these highways will be back open. Reporting live, Jane Flash, 13 Wham News.
All right, Jane, yeah, we're going to get more into that now. Getting around the area will prove to be a challenge for a while. Here are some of the road closures. 490 East to 390 North, that's the ramp where the tractor trailer sits, is closed. Also closed is the 390 North ramp to 490 West. So if you're going north from the airport and you want to head into the city. Also, all 490 westbound traffic has to exit at 390. You can exit onto 390 South or North, but if you're headed west on 490, in other words, you want to keep going west, you still have to get off at 390 and then find your way around that scene. Cody Combs is live near the scene on 490 with more on how the drivers are faring through all of this today. Cody?
Doug, people are a little bit tense and a little bit confused right now. I'm standing on Howard Road right over 490, and you can see the traffic being rerouted right here. It's going bumper to bumper, and right over here is the reason why. What we're going to show you right now, you can see that semi-truck on 490 eastbound connected to 390, and it's no longer as close to the edge as it once was. They seem to have righted it just a little bit, but it's still there on the road, and it's got to be a tough thing to do to make sure that nothing else gets damaged and there's no leaks. Regardless, that part of that road is still closed. And if you're trying to go west to places such as Chili, Gates, Spencerport, Brockport, just to name a few, it could take a little bit longer. There's bumper-to-bumper traffic in a few places, and that is testing the patience of many on this evening commute. And again, we should point out they did bring in a crane, and that truck is no longer dangling right there on the side of the 490 eastbound ramp, but it's still there. They have to make sure there are no leaks, and if there are leaks, take care of it. It could take a while, and that part of the road is closed, causing a lot of headaches on this evening's commute. We'll tell you when that road is back open as soon as we know more. For now, live in Gates, Cody Combs, 13 Ram News.